Hello, everybody, and welcome to My World with Nat. I hope you guys are having an incredible day so far. Um, I get inspired, and that's where creativity sets in. And after reading a few posts from some people on social media, I was trying to figure out how can I be of service for somebody who's decided to relocate. My family and I decided to come down to the Dominican Republic almost, it was in January of 2021. So we're coming up on our year anniversary of making this big, bold decision to move down here. And one of the first things that we did was contact a real estate agent that helped us sort of navigate all the different areas of the North Coast that we wanted to come to. And I've always been a fan of maps. And I think I get it from my dad, and I'm so grateful for that. Maps really, give us that overview. And with technology today, obviously we have Google Maps and we have drones that show us beautiful spots. But I'm going old school today. I want to show you the map of the North Coast area that we are in. So if you have, you're sort of wondering what areas and where is it according to, I want you to see that. And then if you have questions, you can drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them, or even hop on a call with you and see who can I connect you with to better, make the best choice for you and your family. One important thing to remember when you decide to relocate to any area really is to get to know the area, because where we are, for example, there are no addresses. You just are in an area, and this area has sort of like a postal code. I think our area is like 570,000, something like that. So knowing your landmarks is really important. So I'm going to show that to you this morning. So let's go and share the screen and get the map and look at that together. So right now, you are looking at this whole area here is considered Sosua, right? All the way up to Perla Marina. This is all considered Sosua. Okay. If I zoom, so you'll see here that you have Sosua. The airport is just a little bit over here. So it's about a 20-minute to the downtown of Sosua. I love that the Playero is featured, one of the main ones. That's one of the main grocery stores. Terramara Estates, not an area that I know super well. El Mirador, I know that I've seen that area. And there's La Mulata 3, 2, and 1, Casa Linda, Los Mironas. And so one thing to remember is that this side of Route 5, so Route 5 is like the main highway. And when I say highway, it's a 2-lane road. That's all it is. There's no 3 lanes on each side. It's a 2-lane highway. And that's how I, kind of put the two areas, right? So this is on the mountain side. This is mountainside on this side, and this is beach side. So Sosua, obviously Playa, beach. El Bate is like a downtown area of Sosua. La Esplanada, Playa Chiquita is an area. And then as I zoom in later, you'll see this is our area here, Laguna Beach, Seahorse French, and then Perla Marina. And all of these places, for the most part, are considered gated areas. So usually have some kind of security. And that was a feature that we were looking for our daughter, for ourselves when we moved down here. So let's zoom in a little bit. So one of the ways that Sosua can be sort of, what is the right word to use? That you can understand is that the beach here, which is Sosua Beach, beautiful area, lots of restaurants, eateries. If you're a foodie, you definitely want to go check out some of the authenticity down here. So, down over on this side is what they call Los Charamicos. And by no means today, my goal is to downplay any area or diminish any area, because I think like any city, town, area in any country, there are areas that just are less fortunate than others. And Los Charamicos seems to be one of those areas that's been identified to me by some real estate agents. It was a booming area in the 80s and now a little bit less flavorful. I did go see a condo in a gated community for a client there, though it was gated and the pool was right overlooking the water here. It was stunning when you were at the pool. The condo, unfortunately, I think could have used some work. And the family, in my opinion, would not have been able to, just walk around in this area. And if you think about supermarket, it's the Playero is here. And if you're living here, you have this bit of a trek to do. Though the infrastructure is getting quite developed in the Sosua area, a lot of sidewalks being put into the downtown area and solidifying those and fixing them. So there are walkable places, but this is not an area necessarily that I would recommend for a family. And that's just kind of the reality of it. Now, if you are you up for the adventure? I mean, you can try it. But I'm going to bring you along here. So Sosua Ocean Beach, there's a couple accesses. You can access it off of Route 5, or you can actually access it out of the downtown area in Sosua. And any taxi service will be able to hook you up with that. They all know where it is when you get to the area. Okay, then down over in this area. So if I move closer this way, now we're getting into the downtown area of Sosua. Now this is Playa Alicia. This is a little hidden gem that people, not everybody knows of, but definitely a place to check out. Pier Giro Palace, once known as a very, very famous hotel. Diana Ross frequented this spot, so that was super interesting when we went there. We went there for a school function. But this is a very, I would say, more stores, restaurants, services area. I'm going to go a bit slower. Again, Route 5 sort of separates, right? And then Superpola is one of the other grocery stores. I call it like the back home, I would call it like the Provigo to the Maxi, Restaurants, medical centers are here. And the downtown of Sosua is, I mean, lots of little streets, a lot of little places. I found a client, a cute little place down here. So there are some hidden gems. But I go back to my original statement. You have to have a real estate agent, somebody that knows where to look. Okay. So if I keep going up, I'm moving over a little bit again. So I'm going to zoom out for a second. So Casa Linda was one of the first areas that we actually stayed in before we got to our beachfront condo. And Casa Linda has, they're working on phase 10 now, if I'm not mistaken. And they are able, found again. Yeah, Casa Linda 1, 2, and then there's if I'm not mistaken, there's another. So you can look all the way, and beautiful homes, beautiful community, all gated communities. All the units have pools. So if that's something you're looking for, which is private. And if you're looking for a real estate agent, please let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to hook you up with somebody that I've grown to know, like, and trust. Now, the other area that's come up in a few questions in the last couple, well, actually this week, is La Mulata, which is, there's one here. And then there's Mulata 3 up here. We had some clients there. Whoops. It's down. It's Mulata 3. What I can say is the views were stunning. Very lush and tropical, beautiful. However, not oceanside, right? I mean, ocean is way up over here. This is the mountain area. So you're not necessarily, you may get a peak of an ocean view, but you will not necessarily get a full ocean view like living on the beach. It depends on what you're looking for in a home. What is your budget? How many rooms do you want? What kind of family space are you needing? Remember that there's a lot of outdoor living that goes on here in the Caribbean. So your indoor space may be as important as your outdoor space. Okay. And are all of these areas safe? And that's something that comes up a lot, right? Can it be safe? We chose a gated community because we wanted our family, for our daughter, we wanted that extra because we're in a new country. We don't know the areas very well. And we wanted a pieta where we knew that, okay, when we come here, we're going to feel good and we're going to feel safe. I recommend that. That is my opinion. Take it as you will. But I think that's an important point when you're moving to a foreign country and you want to make sure that, you have that extra sense of security. Are these other communities safe? Now, I don't know them all very well. However, safety is relative to no matter where you are, right? If you put yourself in an unsafe situation, probably will be unsafe. For the most part, if you're accompanied or, you are using it, like when we go out in the evenings, we don't have a car, we use a taxi service. It's just easier to get us from point A to point B and not have to worry about anything that's going on, right? In between. We don't have a tendency to walk around in the evenings either in our area, just because it's not worth the risk. So take it into perspective that you will be safe in a community that is gated. You may have a culture shock that there are a lot of communities, there is security on the grounds and they're actually carrying shotguns. And once you see it and you live it and you move on from it, it just becomes part of your everyday. Okay. So that's all of these areas. Remember, this is when you are on this side of Route 5, you are on the mountain side. That mountain protects us from some bad weather. So we love that mountain very, very much. As I move down the coast, you're going to see there is Ocean Village Deluxe, Sosua Ocean Village. These are gated communities with villas and some condos. Laguna Beach, this is where we are. We live in what's called blue green condos. So we are beachfront. So we actually have a couple of gates in our community. So, we have a gate here, and then we have another gate that's right at our entrance to our condo. And we have guards that actually are always on the beach side. So, making sure nobody's coming up from the beach. Now, budget depends really on it depends on supply and demand. It depends on what is important for you. I have clients who are paying $650 for a 2-bedroom. I have clients that are paying $850, all in US dollars, for a 2-bedroom in another gated community. And some people pay over $1,500, $1,600, $1,700 and even more. The price points really vary, and it also varies because time of year. It's like any other holiday spot that you would go in. Okay, so those are all things that you need to keep in mind. Seahorse Ranch is a beautiful area. Seahorse is very high end. So from my understanding, nothing less than $5,000 a month for 4, 5, 6 room per life. Okay, so if that's in your budget, you want to check it out. Seahorse Ranch has a beautiful market on Saturdays from 10:30 till 2. So that's something to go see. And they have a beautiful restaurant too over on a cliff overlooking the ocean. The Gardens of Lomos Miranas, another gated community with other, opportunities and homes. I just viewed one yesterday and it was stunning. And then as we move down the coast a bit, like we hit the Perla Marina area, which has complexes within the gated community, along with some restaurants. So, it really depends on what you're looking for. So I highly suggest that you connect with a real estate agent, and maybe talk to a couple of them, find out who you are aligned with, what, they're looking, what is their specialty? Because from what I've noticed, a lot of real estate agents down here, a lot of them with a lot of experience, and that can bring great value to your experience of coming here with ease. And if I just take you quickly down coast, then you end up in the beautiful heart of Cabarete. And they too, which Cabarete has become part of our social scene, and we love the area. It has a great beach vibe. It has a great, relaxed, cool vibe. It really is a place that we like to go hang out. So that is another area that you may want to consider for your relocation. So what does that look like for you? That's a lot of, I just kind of not unfolded. I, unpacked a whole bunch of stuff, and this is a bit high level, I won't lie. If you wanted to get a little bit more specific, I'd be happy to hop on a call with you and see how I can help you with a relocation service and making it easy for you and your family. At the end of the day, I want to share that we came down here and we pretty much did it all on our own. And I wish I had a Natalie to have helped us sort of navigate some of the things that we had to figure out. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please make sure you like it. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Welcome to my world with Nat. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and I hope to see you soon in our next video. And if you want to know more or something specific you want us to talk about, make sure you drop in the comments so that I can make another short video. Thanks so much and have an awesome, awesome day.